Hello, welcome back to Slice and Dice. It has been a while since I did a Slice and Dice video specifically for YouTube. I have mentioned it in a few other places, but I'm currently on a 15 streak and I just crossed 100 wins. So I had been leaving the runs to be done on stream. However, my internet is currently out, so I'm just gonna play a run. YouTube deserves some pre-recorded content. That's what I've been thinking. The music just stopped? It sure did. Hold on. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit too. There we go. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna play a hard one. I was thinking about maybe just playing something else, but if I blow this run, it's gonna be a shame, but I'm just gonna not do that. I've felt pretty good lately about my gameplay. So, yesterday I put up a video talking about the curses. If you've been waiting to hear about my opinions on the curses, the video is now out. You can give it a watch. I think it's pretty good. I also talk a little bit about how to learn this game because I've been going through the learning process as well, I should say. So, very interesting curse selection here. I think that these all have something to them. And that something is Undying Monsters. I think is pretty close to one of the worst curses in the game. I really don't want to play that ever. And Slow Spells I think is pretty bad. Monster HP is playable but annoying. I think it makes the game a lot harder because turning 4s into 5s is bad. So in this position, I think you have two options. You can pick Monster Pristine, which is a known, okay, not the end of the world curse, or you can reroll. If you reroll from this position, because there's only two really bad curses, there's a decent chance that we see something worse. I'm going to reroll. One other thing that I've done for myself personally is if I have to play back-to-back curses, I typically just reroll. And I played Monster Pristine last, so I'm gonna reroll. And we're rewarded with Mana Debt. Thank God. It's not too bad to play Ad Goblin here, but Mana Debt is one of the easiest curses out there. Nice one to start us off with. Now, don't get cocky. You know what I've found in Monster Train as well as in this game? Don't get cocky. I'm going to take this run a lot slower than I have many other runs because I've been trying to make sure I think about every single position. No, I'm not giving any of them the it doesn't matter angle. So the way I want to get out of this fight is by killing the rat. The bow kills the archer, and to kill the rat I'm going to need to, on this turn, roll pain plus some block. So that's going to be our general goal. This works too, maybe. I think you lock mana, because all I'm getting out of Mystic is 1 mana anyway. Yeah, and there you go. That'll do. Oh, and we get a great first pick too? Oh, baby. Disciple versus Glacia. I've come around a ton on Glacia. I think I might give Glacia the honor of being the best tier 2 blue. It's pretty close. This is a great time for Glacia. Glacia is consistently pretty good and can hold it down for us. Now I can miss and have a Caw spawn here. Wait, so here's another perfect example of what I've been talking about. This turn is, you just take the 5 pain, right? You hold it. I think you roll the 2 because the bow would be better. I think it's worth rolling because the odds are in my favor of hitting the 2 again. And there's nothing better for Glacia than 1 shield. Now I just need 1 more shield to keep Ruffian alive. Yeah, now we lock 2 because there's only 1 roll left. And we are out of here. The most important thing is don't let a Caw spawn in on this turn. You have to pick who dies here, though, in this line. Oh. Interesting. Do you ever let the Caw spawn? I know what you're gonna say. That's absurd. You're gonna say that's absurd. But the Caw only has 7 HP? No, I think you don't let the Caw spawn. And I think you save Ruffian because he has the pain side. It's not that big of a deal to have die. Worn Arms, extremely good item. Biggest thing about Worn Arms is it gives us a great outcome if I'm forced into playing, not forced, but like, if my next pick is Gambler Statue, I can now pick Gambler very comfortably, which is a nice bonus. This team doesn't break out of debt very well, but we do have Glacia who just crushes early heavy-based enemies. I'm gonna focus the Crone here. And so Glacia's best side on any given turn is 2 mana. Following that, it's either the Weaken or the 1 mana Shield, and then the worst side is 1 mana. 2 block is pretty good for Buckle, but I'll actually on the first roll I will roll for 2 damage, and then Ruffian's going to roll for pain. Okay, now we lock the 1, and we roll everything else. Good. This doesn't kill the Crone. Oh, and that actually kills the Thief. I didn't see that. My fault. So then the way I'm going to actually play this is here. It's okay because I have to do the same amount of damage anyway over the course of this fight. I'm not wasting any damage, so it's fine. I just have to do something to help Thief not die to Crone here. I need to lock the 2 for Buckle and then roll everything else. 2 and 1 kills the Crone, and then I need to find a way to keep Glacia alive. 1 weaken means that if I roll a shield or heal on Mystic, I keep Glacia alive. That's 3 out of 6 hits are good. The alternative is to roll, what, mana and then mana, 3 out of 6, so it's the same thing. Okay, it's better to roll this because I can roll the 2 mana, which is an out. I can roll 1 mana plus 1 mana, which is also an out. It's best to roll this. Okay, yeah, and then 1 and 1 is also fine. And we go... And then with the extra mana, we just chill the null. Okay. Good fight. Very good. Berserker's strong. Dabbler is not great here because we are in mana debt. Berserker's good. That's it. Give me Berserker. It's also good to get rid of Ruffian, I think. Ruffian I'm starting to like less and less. Oh, and then this is where you get to look at Glacia and go, oh yeah. Hopefully. Berserker pulling early Death Wish is good. The other thing to think about in regards to this run is what we want to be doing in terms of combat duration. So like, if I just kill this wolf and the alpha spawns a new wolf, that is fine. Ideally, I would be weakening this alpha, but it doesn't work out like that. It's fine anyway, because I don't quite kill the wolf, but it's set to 1 and it's not doing any damage to me really. It's fine anyway because I'm 1 step closer to getting out of mana debt, and once I'm out of mana debt, this is just a normal run. So it sucks that the wolf got the spawn, it sucks that I rolled the weaken on the following turn, but hey, Berserker rolling 3s is fine with me. I think Mystic is... We're rolling for mana. I'm not doing the Weaken 1 here. I'm gonna go for Weaken 2, I'm pretty sure. And we take the guarantee, although I guess it's fine to roll because Weaken 1 is okay. It's not the end of the world if I end up on Weaken 1, and if I end up with Shield or 2 mana, it's way better. We roll the rest. Yeah, Shield is a lot better. So it's going to be... Kill the Red Wolf. We're gonna chill this, and we're just gonna stay ahead of the curve here. I want to shield for Berserker, and then chill the alpha. I'm now out of debt and taking no damage on this turn. It's a slow and steady fight. Now, I could have waited to stop a wolf spawn, but if you can't tell, I'm not that worried about wolves spawning. This is Mystic's best side. 2, 6, 7, 8. I don't have lethal. I still think it's... so if I don't have lethal, then I should roll for weaken. And again, I should roll for weaken. I don't care about this wolf. Yeah, okay. Not a great showing out of Buckle, but that's alright. I think the correct thing to do here is stay as well off as I can ahead of the wolves. And so I'm just going to kill one. We're making... I don't think this is a race. This is a marathon. Wolves aren't that scary as long as you don't let there get to be like 3 or 4 of them. And The other thing I should mention is that in this fight you always lock 2 damage on Thief because that is just Thief's best side. 2 mana is the best side for Glacia. Shield 4 means I get to block the Wolf's hit and then focus the Alpha, or just block for a Pain side. Not a great set of turns, but it's fine. I can kill the other Wolf, but when you're at 7 versus 6, actually, I'm down to just stop that Wolf from hitting me. Because the longer this fight goes, there's nothing scary going on. Look at how little health I've lost. Eventually I hit a weaken that lines up here, or, I mean, this turn is just free damage anyway. I should hold heal there, that was a misplay. Anyway, my team is just missing non-stop, so I have nothing to do here. The problem, of course, is that 3 of my characters have 2 X's, so there's going to be a lot of width. But we're finally out. No need to panic. I'm gonna grab the shield 2 to help Berserker not die to this wolf, because I'm killing the boss here. And it doesn't really matter, right? Because you know this fight is just a marathon. You play it slow, you make sure you don't let the wolves get out of control, and then you come out fine. Hopefully. Yeah, okay. Good fight. Statuette or Gambler's Ace. So Gambler's Ace is interesting because I have a side replacing weapon. I have the top and bottom replacers. It's an interesting take. I really don't hate Statuette either. It becomes pretty good with, there are combos for it. I think I take the random item, although I kind of want to try Gambler's Ace. I think it's really bad though. Yeah, I think it's really bad. I'm gonna take the random item. But for your understanding, if you take Gambler's Ace and then put it first and then put Worn Arms after, the 2 damage will overwrite the -2. It'll go after the -2 is applied. I still don't think that makes it good. Actually, you know what? I want to pick Statuette. There's a combo I've been thinking about in this game that I've never had the opportunity to play, and it's Fairy Dust plus Statuette plus Twin. Think about that. 6 mana per turn and they both have 10 HP? That shit's pretty good. I'm not going to equip Statuette though. Can just neutralize the snake. If I hold these 3, I might be able to kill something here. Most likely, I mean, we're just gonna play slow. We're gonna chill the snake out, and I'm actually gonna kill the bottom goblin. Although, you know what I think is better here? I think it's better to split my damage because I have a cleave side. Now I can deal 1 and then cleave and win. Yeah, look at that. Just a little bit better. Oh dear. Well, as I'm sure you're all well aware, I think Enchanter is the worst character in this game. However, if there ever were a use case for Enchanter, bringing self-healing and self-shielding to Berserker is maybe it. And boost, I mean, I think it's too terrible. I actually think Guardian's better. Which is crazy to say, but Guardian is just a slightly worse version of Buckle, maybe better. We're just gonna hope to replace this character ASAP. They do bring okay synergy with Engage Shield for Berserker. It's not the end of the world, but it is pretty bad. 1 mana is good, but everything else is 1 mana as well, and I wouldn't hate hitting a shield here. Okay. And then just roll me a 2 damage, please. 2 shielding is fine as well. So we're gonna block for Berserker. The real problem here is that I'm about to get chain weakened out of this game. This fight is now very problematic, I would say. The only good thing to be said here, and there is something good to be said here, it's Illusions plus Bandit. Don't miss that. You get to just send a bandit away. And then suddenly it doesn't actually look that bad, huh? It's actually fine. I'm gonna hit Gaze here because it gives me an extra reroll. That's what this does for Mystic's ability, by the way. This is 1 reroll next turn. It breaks me out of mana debt and it gives me an extra chance to hit a 1 damage cleave out of Guardian. The Pseudo also rolled a 1, so overall that was a nice turn for me. 2 damage is fine. 1 damage cleave, look at that, the extra reroll came in clutch. Need to kill this illusion. I'm gonna kill all the illusions, but it's good to just block for Mystic here. One thing to be said about Glacia is she does get farmed by Weaken. There's just not a lot of early Weaken. We're just gonna wipe him out. Okay, then we should be fine now. Nice and easy, I would say. That's lethal. Hey, okay. Sorry, I had to tab out for a sec there. Slate Bandit, what do we get? Scalpel or Pure Heart Pendant? Scalpel's interesting. Pure Heart Pendant, I do think it's very good bringing Cleanse to the table, but I'm gonna go Scalpel and we're gonna go down a bit of a different line here. I'm gonna go ahead and give Mystic a little more value. It's okay for Thief to be a little more inconsistent, that's fine. Giving Mystic something nice here is cool. 3 damage out of this character is nice. That is a lot of damage hitting my Guardian. I'm gonna roll for the Engage. I think it's fine to do. Yeah, look at that. Right after saying it'll be fine, my Thief did just triple X me. And that's no good. Guardian dies. Well, such is life. Thief hit 3 X's and here we are. Guardian's dead. As long as I kill the bandit, I think I'll be fine. And I do kill the bandit. It's just gonna take a lot longer to finish this fight now. I'm gonna put a lot of damage reduction into Slate here. It feels the most correct to me. And that's lethal. Not a great showing out of Guardian, I gotta say. Herbalist is pretty good here. Ninja is as good as your other sides are. What do we have for Ninja? We have Engage, Cleave, Mana Gain, and we actually get Weaken as well for Ninja, which is really good. The hard thing is that Herbalist is excellent. I think Ninja's okay here. Ninja is as good as these sides are, so we get Engage. The big one is Mana Gain to me, but I think I go Herbalist. It's hard to say no to Herbalist because we can then go Worn Arms plus Scalpel. Now we have a 2 damage poison and a 3 damage side. Herbalist's regen is pretty underwhelming. It feels right to me. Do I lock the 3? Bell's Heavy does 7, Glacia is fine. I have to do something about Guardian though. I think I lock the 3 damage. This is a fight where the game plan is to live. Good cleave block. We kind of want Berserker to get targeted for damage here. I want him to be proccing his Death Wish. There you go. It's a perfect way to get it targeted as well because I'm dealing with an enemy that's going to die. I'm out of debt. I can weaken this swing. Does the shield make sense here? I think it's better to take the cleave shield since it's all AoE damage. So I'm willing to roll. Yeah, okay, I didn't hit. What do you mean he's still dying? Guardian? Stop it. Okay, he's summoning, which is good. 2-4, I can just cancel the summon with a chill. I should take the guaranteed no death. Yeah, you just chill him and then vine through this? Everyone leaves this fight on 1 HP pretty much, but hey, That's how every Bell fight goes. It always looks way worse than it is. Place the left side with 0 mana steal. This item is so bad. Chainmail for sure. +3 max HP for Berserker is sweet. Left side with 0 mana steal. What a nightmare. Close to killing the sniper. That's kind of nice. If I generate 4 mana, I can kill 2 illusions. I'm really just rolling for cleaves here. 2 mana is good. Another 2 mana, a 4 damage, or a cleave are all really good here. And I'm not leaving a lot on the table here either. It's not like I'm... What am I missing out on? My thief is going to die if I don't roll something good here. 1 damage cleave, 4 damage, or shield. I mean, obviously I'm rerolling this. I think it's worth it to roll, because there's not much worse than this. Wow. It's a nightmare. Well, goodbye, thief. That is a real shame, but hey, that's the life of multiple multi-X characters, eh? This can definitely get away from me now if I get locked out by the illusions from playing the game. 4 weaken on Glacia means I actually ignore these 2 illusions. Yeah, I mean, there's no reason to grow anything else, huh? We should kill there. It's a tough set of rolls, but we'll see what we can do about it. If I can kill the illusions, I should be fine, and I can, so I'm hopefully okay. What do you have here? It's a little bit of a problem. I need any shielding out of Guardian, and then Glacia's taking the day off anyway. We're going to kill the illusions. It's a simple question. Do I keep Glacia alive? I think the answer is yeah. The alternative play is to kill the illusion to stop the weakness. What are these 2 weakening? It's a weaken and a... You know what? I'd actually rather... As funny as it is to say, I'd rather leave 2 alive. So that I'm not weakened on Herbalist next turn. Is that right? Because they're just locking Guardian down. I don't care about Guardian here. He's not real. It's a close one. I think it's fine to do it this way. It seems safer. But this is definitely a little bit close. The sniper's tearing me apart because I didn't get to kill him turn 1. This should be fine though now. Yeah, okay. A little bit scary. Hey, Gambler. Yeah, I'll take Gambler here. I've become a pretty big hater of Rogue. I'm not a big fan of this character. So, I just like playing Gambler a little more. Consistent okay damage versus... But I mean, I guess Rogue brings something to the table with no misses, some poison. You know what, Rogue? Never mind. I'm gonna give Rogue a chance because I like having the Worn Arms Scalpel combo on Herbalist. So, this is your chance to prove yourself to me, Rogue. Good luck. Oh, hey! I just had a thought. It's finally occurred to me. Where is it? Not Faint Halo. This one. Revert all changes to all sides. Bowl plus Statuette. There you go. I've been wondering about that one. Now, I think there's a case to hold the cantrip because it guarantees the quartz dies, but I have that if I hold these mana sides, and I actually don't even need it because I can't miss worse than 1 damage out of Glacia. The cleave does nothing. Hitting a dodge here is really bad, so I think I'm gonna grab the mana. Rather than 2 damage. Although, I'm about to get swarmed by skeletons. I'm gonna roll it. I think you have to roll it here. Okay. It's nothing great. We go Kill the courts. We're out of debt at least, and we get to kill one of the graves. There's about to be 3 skeleton spawns, which is horrifying. This is the sort of fight that you walk into with small bonus and then close the game. Thankfully, I did not take small bonus. Do you hold the shield? I'm rolling every turn for Guardian here. He's rolling for Cleave, no doubt. Cleave or... yeah, one of the Cleaves. I think you roll it all. Okay, can't do much worse than this. I'm just gonna hold damage on Berserker. You know why. I need to not greed this, and we roll. Okay. I need to not greed for a cantrip here because I can definitely get myself killed doing that. We have Vine plus kill on a Bones. I'm thinking it's best to kill the bottom bones and then block the 3 damage for Rogue. And now we're stable. There's no way I die from this position. Still a little spooky. You gotta be very careful in fights like these. You have to approach every fight as if you could die in it, because what I found is you can. There is no free fight in this game. They're all a struggle. Especially with Mr. Deadweight over here. Fucking Guardian. Stack of mana. Deal 3 to all allies with shields. Cleanse. I think Heat's really interesting, but I also think it's terrible. The 3 heal cleanse is cool, but is it really good? No, I feel like you need a lot of shielding for that to work. Could be good with like Stalwart maybe, but I think he just has the cleanse. So I'm down to go Sack of Mana. Or maybe I just take a random... I don't think Sack of Mana is that good. It's very risky, is the problem. Or is it? No, it isn't. Instead of Scalpel, I'm giving up 1 on my Worn Arms, but now I have a 4 mana side on Herbalist with no X's. That's really good. And then later on this can go on someone else, potentially, this combo. I could even see myself doing this, now that I think about it. Give up the poison and turn Rogue into a 4 mana monster. But I don't think that's what I need to do in these fights. I think that's what I do if I end up in a blue plan, which we'll see. Although, actually, given the circumstance here, I'm down. Because it's Spiker, so removing one of his cantrips is not that bad of an idea. Giving him less ways to kill himself is good. I have to reevaluate my sides now. This is all AoE damage, actually. You roll all the way for the Cleave Shield, I feel. And we're gonna hold one shield. Actually, I'm gonna roll for the Weaken. We're gonna roll all of this. 2 damage is okay, but... And on this turn I'm gonna hold 2. I roll all the way. Yeah, buddy. Look at that mana. That's great. I get to chill one of them. Chill the Spiker. Keep Berserker full HP. And we get to be clean with it. We can go exactly to 3. What a great roll. Good dodge. This is the sort of turn where you look at it, and while I could probably just go for a lethal on the Spiker, I can also just hold the dodge and then do whatever the hell I want on this turn, which I think is a lot better. I'm gonna hold the poison because I have a feeling we'll need it. I think I should have held. I think I rolled a Death Wish there I should have held. Oh, let's poison the Slimer. Full block for Glacia. We can play super slow. There's nothing wrong with playing these fights out very slowly. I can burst the Spiker down basically whenever I need to with a good roll. So there's no reason to rush it. I'm happy to just hold these though. Are you under half? No. We just blow them away now. And then you play crowd control on every Slimelet that spawns in this fight's no problem. Oh, he's just leaving. even better. Ooh, a little Weaver? Well, I don't mind if I do. This is a great fight for Weaver. Great setup for Weaver. I also hate Wanderer. Well, I wouldn't say I hate Wanderer, but I do not like Wanderer. Wanderer is a very swingy character, so with Sack of Mana combo setup, I'm very happy to run Weaver here. This is now a mainstay on my orange, and I am no longer... I just blow right out of mana debt, basically. It's not that big of a deal anymore. I'm gonna hold 5 mana. We're going to... I always want to roll for 4 mana on Rogue now, for sure. We want to roll it down. Not all the way, though. Because on this turn I get way more value if I keep the 2 damage. It lets me clear out bones, because, you know, it's Lich. We are dealing with a character that's going to want me to play very slow. Lich is going to make bones, we're going to kill bones. That's the fight. Hold 2 mana. Now, once I have mana in the tank, I want Weaver to roll for charged unless I need to hold the 3 mana for something. Which I do not. We roll for charged, and then if I have charged, I roll all the way for the 4 mana. Garden, I could have done something else with you, but I truly do not care what you're doing here. I did not even consider you when I was thinking about that turn. I actually prefer to just do 1 and kill the bones here. I could have Herbalist hold some regen for Berserker. This is a long fight, and Berserker doesn't like long fights. Yeah, I'm gonna roll for charged. It's fine. Vine heal him. It's good to hold the 1, because if I Vine, I can actually slip a poison through on the Lich, which is good value. Yeah. I should have done something. I should have done this differently. It's my own fault. I should have held the 3 mana for Weaver. I wanted to roll for the big charged play, but it wasn't right to do. That's fine. Can someone hit my Berserker, please? I want the free mana. Give me the Death Wish. Come on. I hold for mana here for sure. Man. It's tough out here, huh? It's okay, it always looks bad until it isn't anymore on this boss. The Petrify is really rough. I'm definitely looking for someone with Cleanse. I think that this team plays slow, and if you play slow, you really want to be able to cleanse. Should be good. I'm pretty sure, especially with this shield. Hit Crush. Vine. Ah, he makes another skeleton. It's fine. I win anyway. Found it. Demonic Deal. I had this really fuck me over in a run. Like, very, very heavily ruin me. However, I think it's also sometimes fine. Demonic Deal also has a theoretical infinite here with Stalwart plus Angel Feather, where you continuously rescue himself. Does that work? I don't think that works, because he wouldn't actually rescue himself after playing it, so never mind. That wouldn't work. I take it back. It's good for Berserker, though. It's just a +2. But it does put him... I mean, it's not that good. It kills him. I always feel like Demonic Deal should be good, and then I play it, and I realize that it's actually pretty tough. However, it does let me play 4 mana Pains on Herbalist and get 3 regens out. I'm gonna talk myself into it, but I've had a lot of trouble with this before. Oh, also, you've probably been screaming about Scalpel. I'm not sorry. Demonic Deal actually makes me want to move Chainmail to Herbalist. I think that's right. The 3 regens are pretty crazy. Only 2 Caw Eggs spawn here. That's pretty nice. Good hit, good hit, good hit. I have 7 mana banked. I need to roll. Great Cleave roll. I'm gonna roll all the way on Herbalist. Okay. That's fine. If you cleave here, Herbalist kills a Caw. Then you hit Crush. Cleave here, bind the illusion, and that turn is absolutely fine. Okay. I'm just sitting there. Menacingly. Nice. Good fight, good fight. Very nice. Dancer or Mimic? So Mimic doesn't bring Cleanse, but Mimic does get the Copycat, and Mimic gets the Weaver's 3 mana side, which is really good. This is an insane side to have. I also do not like the Sack of Mana combo for Dancer very much. So, while I do respect Dancer, this is definitely Mimic. I swear, I don't even think Mimic is that good, but he shows up in every one of my runs. I always see him against something that I just do not want at all. And here I am on my 500th pick for Mimic. You roll all the way for mana here. Okay, and by that I mean, I think of us stopping on 2 for a moment. Let's stop on 2 because it lets him trade with the Thorns. I think out 3 regen is pretty wild. Okay, this fight should be well over. The 3 regen is to make sure that Rogue doesn't have a cantrip incident here. Exhibit A. Exhibit B. I don't know, man. Sometimes I do things like that and I wonder if I'm being silly, and then I see that turn play out and I realize I am not being silly. It really is like that sometimes. You cover the 1 in 36 of back-to-back cantrip rolls. 2 reads is really good. Anvil is... well... I think it's okay. I think 2 reads is way better. It's a shame because Weaver's all 3s, but maybe he'll be good. It's okay for Berserker. It's pretty mid for Rogue. It's an interesting choice. Let me look at some 7s real quick. Because my instinct tells me to just click 2 reads here. The only particularly bad thing here is Spark, but Spark with Weaver is crazy. If you get 0 mana charged and then you give it mana gain, you can get some pretty crazy mana out of it. And we have good support for it. I'm gonna roll for it. Stasis. Ooh, that's interesting. Ooh, that's really interesting. Huh. Why is that interesting, you're wondering? Statuette. Right? Look at that. Now here's the problem. This will stop Death Wish from changing. Death Wish is always a 3 now. I could put it on... so I have this combo, Stasis Statuette. It's actually really good. I think it's really bad on Mimic, isn't it? No, I guess it's not. So you could hypothetically do this. I thought it would stop his other sides from changing, but I think it would stop copycats from copycatting. I'm not actually sure. I'm unfamiliar with how Stasis works, particularly. I'm gonna put it on Berserker. I think the Death Wish loss is not that big of an issue. Giving Berserker 14 HP is very good. Blindfold. This is a cool take. I cannot pick this, but it would be a cool pickup to call my shot for Barbarian, because Blindfold Barbarian is extremely strong. Copycat. Let's not get cocky here. I'm gonna hold 3 mana. I think you're supposed to on turn 1 to get yourself started. I'm gonna hold 4 mana. My Herbalist will likely die, is what I would say if I couldn't vine the slate into the stratosphere. Hold the 4, roll the rest. This is gonna be a slaughter. And then I go 4+1 on the top snake, or 4-1-1 on the Cyclops is good too. I like that because it actually puts the poison to use, and it gives me the stun. Either way, with the 7 mana gain, we just win the fight turn 1. Now, Herbalist is basically sitting out because of pain, so I'm going to go ahead and play accordingly. Mimic plus Weaver is also a good combo because reusing is good for Mimic or for Weaver with charged. We can do reuse on Growth here, or rather we go Growth on Cantrip 1, reuse it 2. Just the Cyclops dies, and then I'm fine. I think it's just kill the Cyclops and I'm fine here. 1, reuse 2. Yeah. We can crush if we wanna, but it's best to hold your mana for Weaver. Either way, I won't die on this turn. They hate the Herbalist and the Rogue, though. Can you put wait. Is this a copycatable keyword? It is? I didn't know that. I've never had that before. I guess because this is the only copycat defensive in the game, I think. Anyway, we're gonna roll. Yeah, 3 damage cantrip looking pretty good there. Assassin versus Bash. So your sides can't change would fuck the steel side over, but it would make it so I think you can't exert, right? Does that work? I don't have a whole lot of shielding, so I don't care about the steel side on Bash. It's weird to not pick Assassin here, but I need a character who is okay with holding these, and I don't think that's Assassin. Assassin's other sides aren't great, so I'm gonna go Bash. I also I think that if the Stasis works how I think it does, Bash is crazy good. Because it means that he won't exert himself. We'll see pretty quickly here. As soon as I roll exert, I'm gonna test it. Also, Bash with Statuette has 16 HP and a stun. That's pretty solid too. Okay, so turn 1 is a foundational turn. We're gonna go ahead and grab 3 regen. Probably for Weaver can just dodge. I do need to kill some spiders off though. Potentially I could try to stun Tarantis if I wanted to stop 3 spawns. How hard is it? I have to do, what, 9? That's not that crazy. Let me give it 1 roll. See what I'm looking at. It's a bit of a risky play. You hold the charge. I'm willing to take a risk here. We hold the charge and we say, I will hit mana. I'll hit a 3 or a 4 or a 4 here. It was a risk that I was willing to take. Unfortunately, it did not pay off. We hate to see it. I am much worse off in this fight now. But I do put 4 poison on Tarantis, which is okay. I'm gonna stun one of the ones hitting Weaver. It wasn't that big of a risk because the bad outcome is not that big of a deal. It's just some damage and a lot of spiders to deal with, to be fair. But we are one good set of rolls away from just winning. Oh yeah, does this work? Oh, it's sick! Oh, it's so cool! Oh, that's awesome. It's always fun to find combos like that that work out for you. I think, anyway. Anyway, I'm now playing Spider Cleanup. For rolling the dice, I'm pretty sure I just have to let Herbalist die. That's how it goes. Such is life. And unfortunately, Rogue will also die. But I wiped Tarantis off the map here, and I killed 2 spiders. Herbalist dies, my Mimic maybe dies, and I let the Rogue go as well. What did he do his 2/2? Here? You know what, Rogue? I don't want to hold the poison. I don't want to hold this. I want to roll for a dodge. Good reuse. Reuse is also solid. No dodge, but I rolled a lot of mana. Oh, it should definitely not be kill Herbalist here. It should be Rogue. We bind to get out. I'm gonna crunch through all these spiders, I think. Herbalist is going to die because this is 3 weak and 3 poison. I have no way to deal with it. So I'll just wipe all the spiders out with that mana income, and we're fine. All I really have to care about here is surviving this fight, and this Stasis Bash combo is wicked. This character is so strong. Wait. Huh? I think that's a bug. That's a bug, okay. So you can re-roll it, but you have to undo the re-roll? And the game doesn't recognize... Okay, that's actually just kind of bugged. Okay. Statue at Exert does not work correctly. It's fine, you just have to know what you're doing. I was a little worried for a second there. Okay, so we have Rogue and Herbalist left. Sushi is pretty good, but it's not that important here. It's mostly just good for making your rolls good. My rolls are already pretty good. I think Burning Halo is pretty bad though. So here's the problem. Who's gonna hold Sushi on this team? It's gonna end up being Rogue or Herbalist, but Herbalist has Demonic Deal, which means Sushi is not good for Herbalist. So I'd rather take the random item here. Because Mimic, Bash, and Weaver all have good sides. Cocoon. I don't hate it. I think it's good for Weaver. Although it does mess up his turn 1 a little bit. Oh, is it? Wait, it's all sides? It's all sides. I was thinking this was Tourmaline Paraiba. Actually. So Cocoon I don't want on this fight. This is an upfront fight. This fight's over on turn 1. We don't want to use Cocoon here. Don't try to force myself to use the item because I got it. It's the wrong idea. I'd like to take a moment here to think about what I have. I have this right now. It's not bad. Rogue is not in that big of trouble. Herbalist and Mimic, I mean, Herbalist doesn't care about pain, she's already in pain. Mimic going in pain, fine. Rogue's full HP, and I'm 1 crush away from this fight being over. I'm down to just take it. 1 crush and the fight ends, so 3 mana here and we're done. Lock it in. We'll roll for, yeah, growth, why not? Doesn't matter too much what I get here now. Good. Crush really did a lot there. Bottom poisoned. Bottom hero poisoned too. Scary. Wraith is cool with Demonic Deal. It's actually really good for Wraith. Well, not really good, but it's fine for Wraith. I think Fencer could also hold the combo pretty well, but at this point, I think it just doesn't matter. I'm gonna take the good hero here, which is Wraith. Wraith goes 6 damage, self-heal is fine. 4 mana pain is fine. The ability to dodge cancels out a lot of the pain damage. Trying to figure out who the hell on this team is okay with Cocoon. I'm starting to think it might be nobody, but it might be whatever my orange replacer is. There's a lot of poison for Weaver, huh? I want to try being a little more greedy and re-rolling this 3 single use one time. Because a dodge here would be really nice too. That's a lot of mana. And 5 damage heavy will hit the troll, but if I can do 5 damage to the troll, I can use this to kill a zombie. Terrible rolls from Mimic. But that's okay, Mimic. I won't tell anyone. I'm going to tell someone I lied. So we need to bonk here. Or probably I need to bonk the zombie, or else Wraith is going, or not Wraith, Weaver is going to get killed by poison. Oh, I didn't see Rogue dropping to 1 up there. That's okay. Probably. If you're wondering, when you kill this Jinx, you do not get the poison cleansed. It is still there. I'll roll. The steel side's really bad. Remember that the steel side is very, very bad because it cannot change. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, it stays at 2. Just double checking that to see it for myself as well, in case you were unsure. So here I go. I have to stun or kill the. I have to kill the Jinx. Stun or kill the Jinx here. I have 8 damage, it has 8 HP. It's just dead, but my Mimic will be dead if I do it that way. So instead, I can crush, stun the troll. No, stun the zombie? No. What's your health bar at? 7? Burst stun, burst. That looks okay. And then I can spend my extra mana on whatever. I guess it's just a burst on the Jinx. This fight's getting a little bit scary. Starting to feel like I'm running out of HP. The rogue can't miss though, which is nice. I need to roll. I want to roll big, maybe. Nah, actually, you know what? Let's play it safe. Just hold the 3. But let's take a look. Instead of just going playing it by ear, how does it look if I do play it like this? Okay. Yeah. So that's assuming no good roll for Wraith. I'll hold these 2. And I will roll the rest. 5 damage is good. Heal shield is pretty good too here. I think it's safe because mana gain will kill my Wraith now. Yeah. We can just go... put it on Rogue. If I burst here, it kills the zombie. Mimic saves himself, and... okay, we should win this fight next turn. The Wraith's game plan here is to live fast and die faster. And by that I mean Wraith is going to set up a bunch of mana gain for the Weaver to win off of. That's the game plan. And if I don't win fast, I'm going to die fast, probably. Which is why I'm not really interested in using the cocoon right now. Dumbbell collar. Fucking dumbbell on Wraith. Oh man. You wanna watch Wraith give me 6 mana and then evaporate? Dumbbell's interesting. The problem is, actually, how does Dumbbell work with Bash? Could I give Bash a 9 damage Heaviest and an 11 damage Exert? And then give him Stasis? I think Stasis might happen retroactively, actually. So I don't think it works. Collar gives me Copycat to top and bottom. Do I have anything that really loves Copycat here? I don't think so. Dumbbell does let my Wraith actually one-shot herself to give me 8 mana, which is probably not the play. So I think I'll take a random. All the tier 9s are good. Emerald Mirror, well... okay, so this is 5 to 7s. It's Demonic Deal, Stasis, and Era? Oh wow. Oh wow, I can get Stasis plus Era on my sides. How exciting. This just cancels itself out. Wait, is this a 5? Oh, it's 5 to 7. Sorry, it doesn't give me Cocoon. I always read that as 6 to 8. So it actually gives me... so it gives you Sack of Mana, and it gives you Stasis? So what, your sides can't change, but you get Sack of Mana anyway? Huh. That's really strange. Well, I guess I'm just gonna play this game with a dead 9, which is not ideal. I think it's fine, I think it's playable, but it's not what I want to see. This is a longer fight. I'm okay with playing Cocoon here. I think if I'm gonna play Cocoon, I should put it on Weaver. It actually starts giving value on the first turn. But what I do is on turn 1, I just roll all the way for the charged, I think. It's scary though. I don't like playing with no Emerald Mirror, man. That's really vicious. Ooh, I didn't think about that. I thought they were all good. I was wrong. Okay, well, if I generate some mana here, I'll just win the fight. So let's do that. Okay, yeah, I just win the fight now. I don't have to sweat anymore. Here's 14 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and I hit a cantrip on him too. How about that? And then I'd like to hit the demon twice and hit crush, personally. What's the Hydra doing, actually? Fucking... Why did this guy say blore? That's way better. Fucking blork. I love the Hydras. I have no idea why they say such weird shit, but a dude just came back to life and said blork. That's hilarious. Alright, who's our final boss here? It is Imagine Dragons. Damn, if I had picked Sushi, I could have Roulette here. Sadly, I don't have a left replacer. I didn't think about that. Well, if I had picked Sushi, I would be in a much better position. I wish I was thinking. I could play Statuette on Roulette, but that seems bad. So I suppose I will pick Ludus and I'll give Ludus the combo. He's probably going to get fucking annihilated, but maybe he'll do alright. It's Ludus. Now, it is worth considering just giving Ludus 12 HP. It's actually not the worst idea in the world. My Bash has been nice with the bonus HP, but I haven't really been finding myself getting much value out of it, but I think that's just a roll diff. And I feel like this is really good for Bash, so I don't know. I think I'm just gonna give the mana gain out. It feels like the right choice. I can... If the dragon poison breaths me on turn 1, I can definitely lose this fight. I don't have cleanse, I don't have a get out of jail here, if I get fucked up here. Okay, thankfully he rolled the heavy attack on turn 1, which is the best outcome for me. I'll hold the 2 mana. This looks really bad, suddenly. Okay, we need to start thinking about what I'm gonna do in the worst case here. And the worst case is... simple. I'm gonna hold the 3 shield duplicate so that I can make sure that Ludus doesn't die. Okay. Interesting position we find ourselves in right away here. And by interesting, I mean terrifying. But it's probably fine. I'm banking mana and nobody's dying. Oh, he can't have his side turned into a duplicate. That's weird. Because his sides can't change. Huh. Strange. Okay, this turn will be better. 1 charge mana away from winning the run completely. I'll hold 6 damage, that's good. This is a good set of rolls for me from the enemies also. I think on the first roll, you re-roll the 3 mana to try and hit the charge side. Oh, we hit. Oh, baby, we hit. Okay, I think we're gonna go home now. I think we made it. Team, I think we made it. It was very scary, but I think we're there. This is a lot of damage. Let's not fuck around here. Let's take a quick little look-see. And then I think the capstone to this turn and this play, setting Dragon to 12, is to kill your Wraith. Just let her die. She's taking +8. That's fine. Everyone else is full HP. If my team can't do 12 damage to Dragon in 2 turns, I don't deserve to win. That's 12 damage. A very unconventional run, I feel like. Like a really, really odd run. Because I don't have a tier 9 item, and I have a bunch of weirdos, really. But this demonic deal on Wraith plus Weaver was cool. The era ended up being probably a detriment overall. This was sweet. The real story of this fight and why I win it is because Bash gets to tank 15 damage and walk away from it. What a Chad. 16 streak, that's nice to look at. I'm not gonna submit my score until I finish the streak completely, but dude, 16 puts me right in here. Not too bad, I gotta say. I'm happy with this so far. But anyway, thanks for watching. If you did enjoy, I'll leave it on the stats page for you. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave me a like, subscribe if you want to see more. I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.